Welcome back to MC Lovin' Movies. I'm your host, MC. For this episode, we're talking about a movie directed by someone that actually caught Quentin Tarantino's attention and never looked back. This director is responsible for bangers like Dusk Till Dawn, El Mariachi, The Faculty, Desperado, and Sin City, just to name a few. That's right, I'm going to be talking about Planet Terror, directed by Robert Rodriguez, released in theaters April 6, 2007. As you can see, I'm a big fan of this film, and I actually got to go see it in the theaters, but we'll talk about that later, along with my top 3 reasons to watch the movie, so stay tuned. But first, let me tell you about this movie. Half of a Grindhouse double feature, which was released in 2007 in theaters and was actually played out in the Grindhouse format, where you had them playing back to back with fake trailers in the beginning of the movie and in between the two films, and it was a real cool part of the movie viewing experience, but we'll get into that later. Right now, we're talking about Planet Terror, featuring quite the ensemble cast. You got Rose McGowan, Freddie Rodriguez, Bruce Willis, Michael Biehn, Jeff Fahey, Josh Brolin, Marley Shelton, and Tom Savini. We start off with a shady weapons deal going down on a military base somewhere in the heart of Texas. It does not take long for things to take a turn for the worse when a canister is purposely ruptured, releasing the experimental gas, instantly causing damage upon contact, causing severe mutations, basically turning people into zombies. Cherry Darling, played by Rose McGowan, is a go-go dancer in desperate need of change in her life, happens to run into Ray, played by Freddie Rodriguez, at a barbecue shack, where we quickly find out that they are very familiar with each other. Little do they know what is yet to come. The zombie virus is spreading quickly, and all the signs are pointing to a full-scale viral outbreak. The local hospital is full to capacity, with patients displaying jacked up symptoms like blood boils and a growing appetite for human flesh. The infected are swarming into the waiting room and overwhelming the medical staff. Bodies are disappearing from stretchers, there's blood trails everywhere, and screams can now be heard in the distance. Shit is getting crazy fast. Suddenly, Cherry Darling is rushed into the ER after an encounter with the infected left her without a leg. Cherry is trying to gather herself after regaining consciousness, realizing that her life will never be the same. Even with all the death and destruction going on just outside her room, Cherry is lost in thought, coping with her situation, trying to channel her inner strength for what lies ahead. Even through all the chaos, Ray is able to fight his way back to Cherry Darling, barely escaping with their lives. Now it's survival of the fittest, because this virus has fully taken over this small Texas town. Now it's up to the remaining residents to fight for the survival of mankind. I personally had the chance to experience this film when the Grindhouse double feature hit theaters back in April of '07. Honestly, I didn't even feel the 2.5 hours of runtime, because the fake trailers that started off the movie, Planet Terror, was so over the top. Such a fun movie, really capturing the essence of a Grindhouse feature. From the grainy presentation, the gore, and the pretty ladies kicking ass. Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof is top-notch as well. As I was saying, the ensemble cast really delivers, working well off each other. If you're tired of the same old zombie movies, then check out Planet Terror for a crazy change-up. Now, for my top 3 reasons to watch Planet Terror. Reason 1, Tom freaking Savini. His legendary gore effects are on full display, and trust me, there's some top-notch blood splatter in this one. Reason 2, the fake trailers. They're awesome. They're just funny and straight up entertaining. Laid the foundation for future films such as Machete, starring Danny Trejo. Also, Thanksgiving, directed by Eli Roth. Like I said earlier, they played these trailers in the beginning of the movie and in between Death Proof and Planet Terror. And it was really one of the highlights of the night, and it was probably one of the coolest parts of the whole experience, actually. that doesn't take anything away from both the movies. The movies were awesome as well. So like it was just the total package, and I left the theater feeling pretty good about what I just watched. Reason 3, the pacing is on point and it doesn't slow down once the movie gets rolling. The action is intense and unforgiving, making time just fly by while you're watching this film. I give this film a solid 4 out of 5, a must watch for any lover of zombie horror. If you haven't watched Planet Terror, then I suggest that you do what you gotta do to watch this film, own it, put it on your shelf. I'm your host, MC. Thanks for watching MC Loving Movies. Don't forget to like and subscribe, help grow the channel. I'll see you on the next episode.